imagine flying around like Superman or sprinting everywhere like Flash, being the strongest man in the world, or being able to read people's minds. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? If I could have a superpower, I wonder what it would be. But before I think too much on that subject, let's talk about the many different superpowers there are. Flying, super strength, being very intelligent, and being very fit and physical are just some of the superpowers that heroes in movies and comics have in the 21st century. Some of the more weird superpowers are climbing up walls, being able to shoot webs that are incredibly sticky, not being able to control your anger, then turning into a big green monster, and having claws emerge out of your hands. At the moment, some of you are thinking of the many different superpowers, and some of you are thinking of how heroes get their superpowers, and that is what I'm going to tell you now. Captain America got its power from a lab experiment, and so did the Hulk, except the Hulk's experiment went badly wrong, meaning he can't control his second body. Spider-Man got his powers by getting bitten by a radioactive lab spider, and Green Lantern gets his powers by putting on an alien ring, and he charges that ring with a Green Lantern. Believe it or not, Batman doesn't actually have superpowers, but he is really intelligent and very fit and physical. He relies more on his natural abilities than a superpower. Superheroes use their powers for good, most of the time. For example, Captain America was created to be a super soldier during the World War II to help the fight against the Nazis. Superman uses his super speed and strength to save people in danger. He has very sensitive hearing to alert him when people are in trouble. Sometimes supervillains have powers and use them to take over the world, but there is always a hero to put up a fight. Every now and then, usually the hero wins, but every now and then the villain comes out on top. This is what makes an excellent story. So back to the start of my speech, I was pondering, what if I had to choose the superpower? What would it be? Would I fly around like Superman, saving everyone in need? Or would I swing from building to building, like Spider-Man, wrapping villains up in webs and taking them to jail? To be honest with you, I would be neither. I would have super speed and the possibility to turn invisible. Because in rugby, I'd get the ball, turn invisible, then sprint really fast down the line to score a try. So after listening to my speech, would you fly around like Superman or sprint everywhere like Flash? Or would you be neither and make up your own superhero and superpowers and save the day your own way? So off I go to save the world. To infinity and beyond!